I ran away the night they announced my engagement. I grew up thinking our family was just traditional in a way other people wouldn't understand, and whenever someone asked why we never married outsiders, my parents would smile and say it was about trust and loyalty and keeping love close. And as a child, that sounded comforting instead of alarming. Because when something surrounds you from birth, it feels like the way the world is supposed to work. As I got older, I started noticing patterns that didn't sit right, like how weddings always involved familiar faces, and how family trees at reunions were talked about in circles instead of branches, and how anyone who dated someone from outside the family eventually stopped coming around and no one explained why, and if I asked too many questions, I was told I was being dramatic. When I turned 22, my parents told me it was time for my own future to be discussed, and I expected a conversation about careers or moving out or maybe being introduced to someone new, and instead they sat me down and calmly told me I would be engaged to my uncle, my mother's younger brother, a man who had been at every birthday, every holiday, every family gathering of my life, and they spoke about it like it was an honor and a responsibility. I remember my mind going blank as they explained how this had been planned for years, how it would keep the family strong, how love would grow after marriage, and when I reacted with disbelief, they looked genuinely confused and reminded me that this was normal for us and that outsiders only brought conflict and abandonment, and they said it so gently that it scared me more than anger would have. That night, I couldn't sleep because every sound in the house felt louder, and every memory felt tainted, and I realized that if I stayed even one more day, the decision would stop being mine. So I packed a bag, took the little money I had, and left before sunrise without telling anyone where I was going. The weeks after were brutal because I was alone for the first time in my life, learning how to survive without family support, while also unlearning everything I had been taught about love and obligation, and sometimes the guilt hit harder than the fear because they truly believed I was betraying something sacred. I live alone now in a small, quiet place where no one knows my last name or my history, and where relationships are built slowly with choice and consent. And some nights I still wake up from dreams where they are standing at my door, smiling and telling me it's time to come home. But every morning I remind myself that leaving wasn't running away. It was choosing myself for the first time and no tradition. No matter how old gets to decide who you belong to,